Hello everyone, this is Arafellin playing Captain Comic. It's a platformer game from a rather obscure company that I don't think really went on to do much of anything. In any case, you'll notice we have all sorts of items and creatures here. This you could call, it would definitely be classifiable as a Metroidvania. So instead of having clearly defined stages, there's just a big open world to explore. As you get more items, more things open up to you. When you start out, you can walk and jump. That's it. But right next to you is this, I think they call it Blastola Cola, which lets you shoot. Default controls are a little weird. It's space to jump, insert to shoot. So it's best played with the numeric keypad. So you can shoot. If you hit something, it dies, you get some points. If something hits you, it dies, but you lose some of your shield, which is basically your health. If your shield runs out, you lose a life. Your lives are at the bottom there. And if you run out of lives, of course, that's game over. You notice in my inventory area, there is a 1 next to the shot, or above the shot thing. That means it can have 1 shot on screen at a time, which is rather limiting. Above the shields, there is a shot meter. If you hold down your attack button, that drains. Yeah, these shy birds, as they're called, when you're facing them, they will fly up and away from you. When you're facing away from them, they'll try to get on a level with you where they can do damage. The blue birds, which are just regular ones, they go in diagonals. And I just jumped into that. Of course, it was positioned with the intent of having you jump into it, so yeah, that's to be expected. You can jump over these little trees here. It's not the best of games, but it is interesting, has a bit of character, and again, the Metroidvania thing was pretty uncommon at the time, so it stood out in that way. Just try to get a little further into another area. The controls are pretty good. Or the control of the character, anyway. Like I said, the key mapping is a bit strange. You can remap them if you want to. When the game starts up, it gives you that option. So it's not up to enter doors, it's the Alt key. Grab another soda can. Let's go right. I forget what's here, actually. Here we have new enemies. These guys hop. They can also jump into holes if you're lucky. Of course, jumping into a hole is something you do not want to do yourself, because, like in typical platformers, you lose a life for that. Cannot go further that way, so we'll go inside. See what's in here. Oh. Notice that B is down along the ground. My shots do not go down. They're just straight ahead at head level. So if something is below you, at least at this point, you can't hurt it. There is eventually a power-up you get, the corkscrew, that lets your shots move in kind of a sine wave. Oop. And that's death by damage. If you die by damage, you lose a life, go back to the last entrance you went through, or screen transition. And here we have some lovely one-tile jumps that I am messing up pretty badly. Yeah, the game is... It gets a little more interesting later on. At this point, you don't have much in the way of mobility and options and whatever, and again, I'm messing up the one-tile jumps. I would consider trying a full playthrough at this at some point, except that you can't save, you can't continue. It's you either beat it in one sitting or you don't beat it. Which, again, curious design decision, especially for something that's basically a Metroidvania. Try one more time to get across here. Okay. Let's see what's over here. We have a nice background. And I can't do anything else. So this is actually an exit for something else. You get a teleport wand eventually that you phase past walls. So that would be handy here. But this is either the exit from that or someplace that I can't get until I have it. So this is basically a dead end. So I think that's all I'm going to play for now. like I said, I would consider coming back for a full playthrough, except that there's no saving system, no continues, and it's as frustrating for the viewers as for the player if it just ends with running out of lives and not finishing the game, so that's probably not going to happen. The game does, however, have a sequel that's... it does have saving, it has more interesting options, it has some other neat stuff in it, some NPCs, more story. So that I might end up doing. We'll see. In any case, this has been Airfellon playing Captain Comic. And next time I'll be playing another platformer, but from a bigger company that is better known for other things. But in any case, I hope to see you then.